I'm Andrew Orton. I live here in Afton, Wyoming, and have done so for the last 11 years. I practice dentistry, and my office is right next to the hospital. Me and my family moved here, like most people, because we love the outdoors, we love small communities, we love being involved in communities. Both, you know, my children have all graduated from Star Valley High School. My wife and I have been married for 25 years, and we just had our second grandbaby. Ultimately, I'm a family man. But the main reason why I wanted to get involved into the hospital board initially was my office is right next to the hospital. I saw the hospital making certain decisions that I didn't understand. I didn't understand why they were buying different pieces of property and doing different projects. And so instead of complaining, I decided maybe I should get involved and understand what the hospital is doing. And so that sparked my interest in trying to figure out, well, how do you get involved? And found out about the board and the fact that our hospital truly is a community hospital, a non-for-profit hospital, and knew that that was something I wanted to get involved in. So 4 years ago I ran and was lucky enough to be elected to be on the board. I've served in different positions the last 4 years. I've been the board chairman for the last 2 years. And those 4 years I've learned a lot. I feel like I still have a ton to learn about the hospital, as there's a lot of things that the hospital is required to do. But being on the board, I've learned to be critical and to think for myself. And I appreciate that I've been able to serve and look forward to serving further. So, you know, I feel like the main role that a board member has is to remember that they are a representative. We're elected, we represent all of the stakeholders that have interest in the hospital. That's the community, the employees, the providers. I never feel like I'm the one making the decisions. That I always think that I'm making a decision for a community, and that drives everything that I've done the last 4 years on the board. But with that, we do have to make sure that the hospital can sustain itself, because it's such an important employer in the valley. It's such an important place that we can go and seek high quality care, and we need to have trust that we can do that. And so as a board member, we need to make sure that the care is at the highest quality, that financially the hospital's stable, and then also that we are bringing the type of care that we need in our valley, and that we're open to finding new ways to accomplish some of these things. So, this is a really good question. The last 4 years, every time the hospital has brought an increase in the prices, this is something that I have fought. And I guess that's the right word. And I've made the administration really, I think, uncomfortable, as they've had to explain exactly why these things have to be done. I've also challenged them to find different answers to raising prices, because I know that this is one of the big concerns of the community. That being said, sometimes that has to happen. Rural hospitals, the reimbursements are not great. And so we have to make sure that the hospital is financially stable and that it can proceed and be here for years and years to come, so that our community can receive the appropriate care. Star Valley Health's best days are ahead of them. And it's important that we as a community support our hospital. I think that the hospital, one of the things that surprised me is how much the hospital does to check themselves to make sure they're doing everything possible to provide the best care to the community at the best price. And they present that to us as board members, and I have appreciated the open transparency that we've gotten working with the hospital in this area. Well, you know, one of the biggest challenges Star Valley Health is facing is one that's immediate, is we don't have a CEO currently, and so we have to find the right person to lead us. This is an important role as a board member. We are the ones that are that's the only person that the board influences their hiring and firing, and that's the CEO. And so we have to find the right leader. The right leader drives the culture at the hospital, drives the vision of the hospital, and so that's the first thing that we need to do. The second thing is rural hospitals throughout America are closing down. They just can't compete with the big guys. So that's a challenge, and so we need to have an open mind and think about strategic, maybe different positions, outreach clinics, even partnerships that maybe we would have never even considered previous, just to make sure that we can stay in business and we can provide the care that we need to here in Star Valley. The last thing I want to see is Star Valley Health join with some big group and we lose our voice. And it's important that we stay independent and that we can make choices that will affect our community individually. One of the things that we're faced with is the Alpine project and expanding to Alpine. I think that's an important thing, and I think it's something that I'm 100% for, so that we can make sure that we provide that community with the appropriate care as well. Well, I really appreciate this opportunity to be able to run for a board member. I've appreciated my opportunity to serve for the last 4 years. I know that as a dentist, I bring a unique perspective to the board. I provide patient care every day, and I have to run a business. Those are two things that most board members don't get to combine. And so I think I do have something unique that I can provide for the board, and I really would appreciate your vote come November 3rd. So thank you, and I look forward to any questions you might have.